Hi friends, I have a great question today that I'm super excited to ask you because I can't wait to hear some of your answers. What if I told you today that I was going to give you $1,000,000 if you are able to lose the weight to get to your ideal weight where you're comfortable at, where your body feels comfortable at, and you were able to maintain that for 1 year? Then I would give you $1,000,000. What do you think about that? What comes up for you when I ask you that question, right? Because I know that if someone gave me $1,000,000 and said, I need you to lose weight to get to your comfortable weight and keep it there for a year, I would absolutely do it to get the $1,000,000. And I know you would as well. I know. So disclaimer here real quick, I don't have $1,000,000 to give you, and I'm not doing a challenge that gives you $1,000,000. This is a question, okay? So if you could do this, so I have no doubt in my mind that you can lose weight and keep it off for a year if you were given $1,000,000, right? So let's talk about this. I know that you would figure out what you needed to do. You would look where you needed to look. You would pay whatever you needed to pay. You would go and find out how to make this work for you to get the $1,000,000. Now, let's look at that in your regular day-to-day life. What things, so if you could do this for yourself for $1,000,000, then I know you could lose the weight. So there's got to be two different things that potentially are coming up for you that is holding you back from the weight loss that you want, okay? So the first thing is, so the two things would be, if you don't want to give up the things that you know you would need to give up for this next year to lose the weight and keep it off, okay? And we'll walk through those. And the second thing would be your belief, right? So if you know that you're going to lose weight and get $1,000,000, all of a sudden you start to believe that you can lose weight, and you start to picture in your mind what needs to happen this next year to make that happen because you're believing it. Okay, so those are the two different things that are coming up. So let's walk through those a little bit. So if it is you're getting held up on the things that you need to give up, what would those things be in your life? Okay, is it that you need to go to bed early so you can wake up early to get your workouts in, because that's the only time to get them in before the day takes you into a million directions? Or is it maybe you have to give up a couple extra nights out to eat at fast food restaurants or sit down restaurants because you need to eat at home more often and eat real food to help you lose weight, right? We all know this information, but are you ready to give up those nights out to eat? Do you need to say no to some of those events that are on your calendar that make us all too busy? Can you say, and are you ready to say no to some of those events to allow yourself more time to meal plan and grocery shop and prep and cook for yourself at home? So are you ready to give those things up? The last thing would be the drinks. Are you ready to back away or give up some of that alcoholic drinks that are making you not sleep as well, that make you a little bit more hungry maybe after a couple drinks, have some empty calories, right? We know all this. Are you just not ready to give up those things? And if you're not, what is coming up for you there? That's where we need to dig in, is why aren't you ready to give up those things that that you would need to do in this next year to get those end results of weight loss? Okay, so is it that you're not quite ready to give up those things? Or, I think this is the most important piece, is it the belief part? Okay, so if you find that giving you $1,000,000 then all of a sudden makes you believe, yes, I know I can lose this weight, then why can't you do it now? Okay, I get it. I know that you've probably tried tons of different diets through the years. Weight Watchers, Noom, keto, Mediterranean diet, all the things. And those diets give you tools on how to lose the weight. This is what you need to eat. This is how you exercise and you lose weight, right? But those things the diets never teach you is how to keep it off. What you need to do with the inner work to change your beliefs and your thoughts that then get you those lifestyle long-term results. So, and that comes down to our beliefs. Are we thinking, and are we either paying too much attention to those negative voices in our head that cause us to do the self-sabotage? Once we get that ball rolling and we're losing weight, then all these old habits start to creep back because we're self-sabotaging ourselves from all these negative inner voices. And half the time we don't realize it. We just that's our normal thoughts and voices, and we don't stop to pay attention to that. But also knowing that you're in charge of those thoughts, that you can decide what you want to think going forward. That's what I want to point out here with the $1 million. So if someone says, here, you're getting $1 million, you just lost all this weight and you kept it off, that's awesome. That's because you believed it, right? You knew you could do anything that you had to do to get the weight off. Well, let's do that for yourself. There's not $1 million at the end of that, but what if it was even better than $1 million? Your health, your happiness, your energy, being able to move and do whatever you wanted because you felt great. Okay, that's what we're searching for with weight loss, is the health, the best you that you can be to show up, but you got to believe it first, and you got to be willing to do what it takes in your life to make that happen. So I'm excited to hear back from you guys. What do you guys think about the $1 million? Would you do anything it takes with your weight loss to get $1 million? And if you would, what will it take in this next year to lose the weight for $1 million? Sorry, no $1 million here, but what would you do if someone was giving you $1 million to lose the weight? I can't wait to hear it. Drop your comments below.